do not put that in the video.
Well, we are recording, so. Why? The viewers will love it.
No.
Okay, this is the second time we are trying to film this podcast, so hopefully second time lucky.
Yeah.
So today we're just going to be doing our sort of 2025 wrap up, our sort of end of the year episode, and just sort of share our thoughts. Like, there's a lot of channels that do quite a technical overview. They go through all the sets and stuff.
Yeah.
We are not going to be doing that today. We are more just giving sort of our maybe just opinions on 2025 as a whole, and then just sharing how our second year in Magic the Gathering has been, what we've learned, all that fun stuff. So, do you want to start us off, Shannon? What we going with? What's the first topic of conversation?
The first question is, what did we spend our money on this year?
Okay, cool. And what did we spend our money on this year?
So with the products that came out this year, there was quite a bit of the sets that we did skip.
Yeah. Should we actually give the viewers just a quick little recap of what sets we had this year? So
recap. So
we had Innistrad Remastered.
Yeah, and then was it
Aether
Drift? Yeah, Aether Drift, Tarkir Dragonstorm, Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, Spider-Man, and Avatar.
Yeah. So we pretty much skipped the majority of this year. Do you want to tell the viewers why we skipped majority of this year?
So obviously, starting off with the easy one, with Universes Beyond, obviously we've had Final Fantasy and Avatar, and they're just not games or shows we've ever delved into before.
Yep.
And then with Innistrad Remastered, you're going to have to explain it more, because to be honest, I don't even really remember the set.
When you say you don't remember the set, as in
I just don't remember the pack art, nothing. I just forgot it was a thing until you
Right.
down.
Okay. I mean, for me, Innistrad Remastered probably, if anything, would have been the set that was probably up there with probably one of my favourite sets of the year. The reason I skipped it is just because it was right around January, and I was basically I remember coming out, seeing all the previews for the art and being quite excited. But the reality is, I wasn't building anything around Innistrad Remastered. I didn't want to buy any boosters or anything like that for it. None of them was new cards or anything like that. In terms of Gothic horror, there's if I was going to go any sort of route down that, it would 100% be the werewolf route. But because I don't like the way the day and night mechanics are, I don't think werewolves are really fun designed. So I just think from a flavour standpoint, as much as I think the Gothic sort of horror trope of Innistrad and stuff is very cool, it just doesn't appeal to me enough that I wanted to build decks around that time. And I'm trying to think, around that time, I think right at the end of the year, I just built Igra. So I was definitely strapped for cash around that time. And yeah, I think I was more doing the whole thing of I was basically just there was not enough reason for me to go ham on that set. I was kind of just waiting for Tarkir Dragonstorm. Or same. Aether Drift. I was actually interested in Aether Drift at the time before the reveals. So yeah, that was why I skipped Innistrad Remastered. Obviously, it just completely went over your head anyway.
I just forgot it existed, yeah.
So, yeah.
And then next is Aether Drift. So, yeah, with Aether Drift, I just wasn't really interested in it. At the beginning, when I heard the theme, I was thinking, I like Death Race, Fast and Furious and stuff.
Yeah. But
when it was coming out and I saw the cards, it just didn't feel like Magic to me.
No.
So I just wasn't interested.
Yeah.
You went on a bit more of a journey of it than I did.
Agreed. No, not really.
Because you were I want to do a Winston draft.
No, I thought it would have been fun to draft. I still think now it would be quite fun to draft. But as a whole, no, the set it wasn't what I wanted out of a Magic set. I would have wanted more of a Mad Maxi style.
Yeah.
The whole set, and it wasn't that at all. So I think that was a shame, and there wasn't really that much interest in new designs or anything like that. So yeah, that was it for that. And then Edge of Eternities.
Well, yeah, Tarkin and then Edge of Eternities, yeah.
Yeah, no. So but I'm saying the sets that we kind of
Oh,
skipped.
the ones that we skipped, yeah. Edge of Eternities. That one, I don't necessarily have any problems with it. It's just, so the precon, there was cards that would have been really good in the decks that I have, because I do have a landfall deck. But the thing is, obviously, art is an important thing to me, and I'm just not into the insect
thing.
vibes and stuff like that. And obviously, those were the cards that fit in with my playstyle.
Yeah. I think Edge of
Skipped it.
Eternities was the last of the hat sets that we're going to see. I don't think we'll be seeing them anymore, because looking at next year's lineup, none of them look like hat sets.
No.
So Reality Fracture could be a hat set, but I don't think it is. And Strixhaven and Lorwyn definitely aren't.
No.
So I think we have seen the end of hat sets, thank God. So I just think that was the main problem, that this year, even though we had 3 in-universes sets, because 2 of them are hat sets, they felt like they weren't. So in reality, it felt like we got 3 universes beyond, 2 in-universes that feel like universes beyond, and 1 genuine universe beyond. Universes within.
Universes, yeah.
And then 1 remastered set, which is nothing, no new cards, just new art for a few things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this year as a whole, what are your thoughts? 2025, second year of Magic the Gathering, after our first year. Comparing our first year to our second year.
Yeah, so the second year, I definitely feel like a lot more like I know more about what I'm doing, deck building, what colour pairs I like.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's definitely been more fun this year in terms of like just being more knowledgeable of the game.
Nice.
And no longer being a beginner.
Yeah. Would you say you've had your love for the game, your enjoyment for the game has improved over, like after having a year of experience, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I think at the beginning for me, obviously, I had like a rocky start because I got like a precon that was completely just not my play style.
Yeah.
So I'd gone from, at first, I was so afraid that it wasn't going to be for me, to absolutely loving it now.
Yeah.
And wanting to do all these things. And now I have the excitement of this year, where I'm now going to have these sets that I'm actually interested in, plus that knowledge.
So let's recap where you were. So on your first year, you ended the year with what decks, and what were your thoughts towards the game and stuff like that?
What, the ones from...
Your first year.
Oh, 2024. So I had my fairies, which I didn't play with.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Treebeard deck. And then Black Panther was right like at the end. Yeah, that was right at the end.
Yeah, because it was a Christmas present, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then Group Hug.
Okay.
I think that's the 4.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you had 4 decks at the end of the year. So going into this year, how are you feeling towards the game and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's just like a lot. It just becomes a lot more positive now, because like with deck building, I built my first deck in this year just gone. And I'm a lot more knowledgeable now, and I've got a lot more confidence, because at the beginning I was just not confident I could build one myself.
Yeah.
And now I am.
So would you say that's the main thing that you've gained this year is
having
knowledge in deck building and stuff like that?
Yeah, and just having more confidence in the game in general as well. Just like how I play and stuff like that. Just like that knowledge is really just advanced.
Okay, interesting. And would you say that's just come from like experience, like the amount of games you've played, or have there been other things that have increased or contributed towards you feeling more comfortable?
I would say experience, and then finding out my color pairing.
Yeah,
definitely helped. And buying a bunch of precons. Because me playing with all these like pre-built decks, I was able to kind of learn through that.
Yeah.
Of how to do my own. And what I like and all that sort of
experiencing new decks, the styles and stuff like that.
Because all of my decks have green in them. So I was able to see like different ways that you can play with green
So
as well.
would you say you'd learnt that after your first year, or do you think
No, I wouldn't.
you still hadn't learned that in your first year and it was
No.
only until the second year?
I would say that's more the second year.
Oh, interesting.
Like the
Okay.
first year, like I did have Selesnya decks and I knew I liked Selesnya.
Mm-hmm.
But like I would say 2025 is more like because I have 8 decks now and 7 of them have green.
So you've doubled your deck count in
Yeah.
your second year?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then just like playing different styles of green and stuff. And then obviously when I built my very first deck, that was mono green.
Yeah.
And I was able to carry a lot of like, oh, I recognize this card and this thing, and
Yeah.
from all these like pre-built precons that I brought.
Nice. And we're definitely going to get into that because I do want to pick your brain on how that went.
Yeah.
But so just to wrap up where we started. So this year, 2025, Magic the Gathering, you said overall your enjoyment for the game has increased from your second year to your first year.
Like by a lot. Yeah.
Which is interesting because I would say if you look at our first year, what sets were there
So
in our
in
first
terms
year,
of-
and then the
yeah.
second year?
In terms of sets, there was more sets last year.
Yeah.
In terms of that enjoyment.
Mm.
But even though I was only like into Tarkir Dragonstorm this year, I think it was beneficial for me to have that time
Yeah.
to obviously catch up.
Which just
Do some of
shows
my
that
own
we don't even
thing.
need to have
No.
we don't need to have 6 sets that we're losing our mind over
Yeah.
to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And we're generally so spoiled for choice, for exciting things to delve into the game that not every set has to be a banger. We're not playing standard. We don't need to enjoy everything that comes out. We are playing Commander. We can just pick or choose. And I think it's interesting how much we've enjoyed this year, considering we only actually liked one set.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
because we
pretty
didn't
crazy to me.
need more. I kind of liked having the break. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm happy that this year I have a lot more sets that I can delve into.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the break that I just had
Yeah.
to do my own thing. I think especially since obviously I just started the year before.
Yeah.
I think I needed that time to go, oh, I know of all these other cards that I want to like build around and do.
Yeah. So let's talk about we basically identified there was one set this year that we really, really loved, which was Tarkir Dragonstorm. And the hype was real. We went and bought pre-release kits, we bought precons, we bought collector boosters. That was the set that accessories, that was the set that we just spent all of our money on. Looking back now, 6 months or whatever down the line, now the hype's gone and like we've had many sets after that. Looking back now, what are your thoughts on Tarkir Dragonstorm as a set?
Yeah, I absolutely loved the set.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I love like the dragon firepower because I'm a huge fan of like House of the Dragon, Fourth Wing. So, of course, the Teemo Precon was a big hit for me. It's my most favorite deck that I own.
Nice.
And all I've done is added a Draco Genesis and like that Path of the Dead. Is it Path of the Dead?
Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, that one.
But I think you've got the Lord of the Rings version, which it might be called Path of the Dead.
Yeah.
They renamed it, I think, based on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they renamed it. I think it's Path of the Souls, the Lord of the Rings version.
Yeah.
That's all I added to it. Other than that, it's the precon still at the moment. And I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah. Would you say buying the Teema precon, Teema precon, would you say that was the highlight of your year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did also buy the Abzan one, but it's just, I like the Abzan and then Teemo.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of, I was going to say regrets, but I don't know if that's the right word, but just insights after, like now that the hype has gone down, if we could go back knowing what we know now about the set, is there anything that you would have changed of where you allocated money, spending, any lessons that you've learned after that, like that you could share with like viewers or anything, or are you pretty happy with like how you treated
Well,
your
one of the
investment
big
towards the
lessons
set.
I've learned this year is that I used to fall for the Ultra Pro art sleeves.
Okay.
I used to fall
Ultra
for
Pro,
that.
if you want to sponsor me, okay, this woman does not speak for me, okay? I love your products, and I just want to make that very clear. Sorry, continue.
I love the mats, and the Team of Deck box is actually by Ultra Pro, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That
Sick
is
deck
great.
box, by the way.
They're great.
Not
but-
sponsored, just really like the product.
But the sleeves. So I fall for them going, oh, okay, I'm going to get these like cool art sleeves that match what I'm playing with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're just really sticky.
Yeah.
So basically I have the Ultra Pro Miss Bumble sleeves on the Bonflower deck, and that's fine because that's like my fun group hug deck that I get out every now and then.
Yeah.
Whereas I brought the Eshki sleeves for my Teamer deck, and then Teamer became my favourite deck, so I was playing with it all the time. And I was just getting so frustrated with my cards sticking
Can
together.
we show? Have we got the sleeve? No.
The Eshki sleeves, no, it's on
Yeah.
my sealed deck.
Okay. But you've got some Ultra Pro fairy ones because on this one.
Not that one.
Not
no.
that one. The
Bezel,
fairy ones.
Bezel one.
The Bezel one.
Yeah, they're just too sticky.
Like so, these sort of things she's talking. Oh no, these are.
The token.
Do you want to get them out? Show them. Like these sort of art design sleeves. What I
you see
will
it?
say is if you do like nice art on sleeves, but you don't like the stickiness.
Ultimate Guard.
No, we're talking Dragon Shield. I've got a link for Dragon Shield, okay?
Oh, yeah, Dragon Shield.
Dragon Shield have just dropped their new Landfall series sleeves, which I'm probably going to be doing a video about soon. But if you like cool art on sleeves, Dragon Shield have just dropped Landfall series, and they're going to be dropping sleeves with the Ravnica Guild art design on them as well soon.
That I'm looking forward to.
And as far as I'm aware, this is like the sleeve backing is very similar to like just their jewel mat, so
Yeah.
it doesn't have that sticky feel. So, and if you want to pick some up, you can use code Jack and get for yourself 5% off your order. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get that little shameless plug there.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, just really like the product.
Because, yeah, I am looking forward to that because Dragon Shield, a lot of my sleeves on my decks are Dragon Shields. But obviously, they're just like the different colours.
Do you want to move over here a little bit, just because I'm worried about the light on your
Got it?
face? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just different colours. But obviously, I love the idea of using art on my sleeves. It's hard to find art sleeves that aren't sticky and.
What I will say in
Which
Ultra Pro's
feel.
defense is the Apex line is good. Like generally, like the black mana ones that I've got on my pirates, best
That,
shuffle
yeah.
feel. Like they are really nice.
Yeah.
Maybe not best, but they are very very nice. And I think they did do the Apex designs for the dragons when they got like the ones that look like playing cards with the white border. I think
yeah.
those are the same. I think those, like if you get the Apex line sleeves, they are more expensive, but they don't have that sort of sticky feel.
Well, yeah, going back
But
to
I
the
agree, I hate
question.
the
So,
stickiness.
yeah, my lesson that I've learned, and like I regret, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, I'm just, after the Eshki sleeves, I just turned around to you and was just like, I'm never buying these again. I've given up.
You tried twice.
I tried, well, three
Free?
times.
No,
I
'cause
got
you
the
got-
Tegwell ones, yeah.
No, you got the Miss Bumble ones as well.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
I've tried 3 times, and I can't do it.
You don't
The
really
play
complain
mats-
about the Miss Bumble flower ones, though. I feel like.
Because, like, I'm not doing it all the time. So when it
got those here?
happens, obviously they are sticky, but it's like I can deal with it.
Where are those?
They're here. No, it's this one.
Oh,
That's
that is
one I
the one that
yeah.
you showed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can deal with it every now and then because I just love the art, but I'm not going to be buying anymore.
No, I hear you. Okay. Anything else?
So I brought the Abzan one, and I don't enjoy it as much as Teamer,
Okay.
but I can't say that I regret it because, like, I do get some enjoyment out of it, and I think with some edits, eventually I'll start using the deck more. But at this size of moment, I obviously have 8 decks, and this is just not the one that really comes out. So I guess like maybe there was like an element of like it would have been smarter to put that money towards like upgrading my teamer and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you ever
You don't know
plan?
unless you try.
So you've playing the game for 2 years. You have 8 decks now. Did you ever see yourself having this many decks in 2 years?
Yes.
Yes, that was your whole objective.
No, I knew that's what I wanted. Like my goal was always just to have like a drawer full of options and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's like Commander at Home when they just have all their decks
Yeah.
and stuff. But I wasn't sure how achievable it would be.
Mm.
So I'm very happy, and it's like a nice surprise that I'm able to achieve that.
Mm. Do you think there's a limit?
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Just keep buying more and more and more. No, nothing is enough.
Yeah.
And so Target Dragonstorm was the first collector boosters you bought?
Yeah,
think.
because Bloomberg, I missed that.
Yeah. So what was your experience spending money on collector boosters instead of play boosters?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's so much better. I wouldn't go back to play boosters now. Play boosters is solely for Winston Draft now.
Yeah.
So
Did
with
our first
collector
Winston
boosters,
draft the other day. It's very fun.
Yeah,
Highly recommend.
but in terms of just like seeing what cards you could pull, collector boosters is the way to do it.
Mm.
I got in terms of like some good pulls that I think off the top of my head is Ugin.
Yep.
And Draco Genesis.
Yeah. I'll put the cards up here so like people can see what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Those ones in particular stick out to me. So obviously Draco Genesis went into Teamer deck.
Yeah.
And yeah, pulling that Ugin was really cool. I pulled that on my birthday as well. Bit of birthday luck.
Yeah. Yeah. So we played a little bit of non-commander this year. From my recollection, we did the Target Dragonstorm. We played against each other with the pre-release kits.
Yeah. That was good fun.
And then is the only other thing we've done is Winston drafts with Foundations?
Yes.
Is that the only one? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So playing a bit more limited, not a lot. What was your thoughts after the two?
Yeah,
two
it was so
rounds
much fun
limited?
that one of my goals for this year is to play a lot more of that and visiting like the old sets to do it
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. And playing, we've done both, right? So we've played it with pre-release kits where we play sealed 6 packs. We open them, build a deck, play against each other, and then we've also played Winston Draft. And if you don't know what Winston Draft is, 3 packs. Each of your opponent buy 3 packs. You shuffle them together, so 6 packs, and then you basically both draft from cards there. There's like a system. I'm not going to go through it, but yeah, it's basically a draft format for 1v1. So after playing both of those different formats, do you have any thoughts after experiencing both? Which one you prefer? What would you recommend to people?
I think I prefer the Winston Draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper and also it is fun just like shuffling
It's
it all
cheaper.
off and watching the piles grow but then trying to like figure out whether you want to just kind of grab the most cards or just wait till something you like. Like it's like a fun way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I would say Winston Draft is my favourite, but I have no regrets with Target Dragonstorm doing it the way that we did because they did like a little special thing where you chose which clan you got and then you got some special like cards for that clan. So I thought that was like a really cool thing that Wizards did.
Yeah. I would generally
enjoy.
say for
Like
looking back now,
good Abzan one.
I think pre-releases are amazing, but I think if you're playing 1v1 just at home, there's no point doing a pre-release with just 2 people doing a 1v1. I think is a waste of money, and I think it's just a lot more boring. I think where pre-release is good is that it gets you into the LGS. It's much simpler than Winston drafting because you're just cracking packs and then you're just building out of whatever you have. So it's a lot more accessible for newer players. I think Winston draft is a lot more. It makes it more fun, but it's more intense. You're more like hate drafting, and it's generally just it feels a lot more like more competitive, as opposed to like pre-release is just so casual. It's just 6 boosters, build a deck out of what you got, like have some fun with it. It's so accessible, and you're going to be able to meet new people. You get paired with people, and it's a great day. It's a good vibe to just be with loads of other Magic players and getting excited about a set.
Yeah.
So I think for a community standpoint, our pre-releases are fantastic. I don't hate pre-releases, but I think doing what we were doing, 1v1 pre-releases, looking back now, I would never do that again.
Yeah. No, for just us two, Winston Draft going forward.
Yeah.
it's definitely the best way.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so in terms of my thoughts, looking back at Target Dragonstorm, like I remember I was super excited. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ham on this set, and I bought I bought the precon, I bought accessories. I bought a playmat. I bought playmat, collector boosters, and 2 pre-release kits. I did the pre-release, and then I did the pre-release against you. So yeah,
Oh,
the only regrets I have was doing the pre-release with you. I wish we would have done a Winston draft, because we literally could have done 2 Winston drafts for the price of that pre-release kit. But also, I cracked some collector boosters. I pulled a Misty Rainforest, which was sick. Still in my binder, yet to be used, because I don't have a Simic deck, because I'm not a scumbag. But yeah, so I got a really good pull from that, and it's foil as well, which was really fun. So really enjoy opening collector boosters. The thing is, if I could go back now, I wouldn't have bought the Jeskai precon. I probably wouldn't have done either. If I'm being honest, I would have wished, if I could go back now, I used the money to build a Tarkir Dragonstorm deck from scratch, because I spent £60 on collector boosters, bought 3 collector boosters, and then I bought a precon for like 40 quid, which is £100. And then in terms of then the play amount of like the amount of money that I spend, I wish I went back and bought a deck, because in my mind I remember thinking, I'm going to spend this money, do all this, and then as soon as I get paid again, I'm going to go and build a Target Dragonstorm deck, which is not what happened.
No.
At all. So obviously this is going to be different for everyone in terms of budget, but I try to be quite sensible with Magic. I try not to spend all of my money on Magic. It can be hard sometimes, but accepting that we generally have so many options, and when you spend money on certain stuff and you get caught up in the hype, which I generally feel like that's what happened, got caught up in the hype and meant that I missed out on something that probably would have brought me more joy. If I could go back now and build like a more interesting commander instead of trying to build around the precon that I've got, I think I definitely would have been more happier. And if I would have had to trade like the couple of nice pulls that I got from the collector boosters and that little dopamine rush, I would probably trade that a million times over, if it would have meant that I could have another deck that generally brought me so much joy, because I really do enjoy the Jeskai precon, but I do honestly believe that if I had spent the money that I'd spent on all that stuff on building my own deck, it would bring me a lot more joy.
Yeah, I think for you, like, deck building is the way forward instead of precons.
Yeah. But it's not just about the precons, it's about how much money I spent in total on that day and where that money could have gone. Because the precon only costs £40, which I can't build a deck out of £40. But if I look at the total purchase, it's like getting excited, going down on the day of the release, spend all your money, blah, 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 and it's fun, and I don't knock it. If you've got the money to do that and other stuff, great. But if you're if you're in if you're in a situation where that isn't the case, and you generally have an opportunity cost, if you spend this money, it's going to mean you're not going to have money to do something else, then my advice is that there is always going to be a lot of hype around new sets. Just please be so careful not to get caught up in that hype, in the FOMO, because it's so easily done, because it's happened to me, and I have now suffered the consequence. It sounds like really extreme, but it is just a reality. Yes, I could go now and build a Tarkir Dragonstorm deck, but now Lorwyn is around the corner.
Yeah.
So now if I do that, I'm not going to have the money to build Lorwyn. And this is the point I'm kind of getting at, is that there is always something round the corner. I could have then built that, but I chose to build Vren, because Bloomburrow, there was still more Bloomburrow stuff I wanted to build. So when a set like this comes out, there's not going to be just one thing that's exciting. Like when they drop a banging set like Tarkir Dragonstorm, and they have all these interesting designs and stuff, there is going to be more than one thing that you want to do in terms of like building decks. And if you're the type of person where playing the game is what brings you the most joy, then you should be prioritizing that over the hype of, buying loads of boosters or whatever,
Yeah.
getting a dopamine rush, and then suddenly the high's done, and that's it.
Yeah.
And now you don't have the deck that you want to build because you don't have unlimited budgets. And I do hope one day I can go back and I can build like a a Shiko Paragon of the Way deck, or even like go and build like a Zergo or something. Deck would be really cool, but just the reality is I don't have unlimited money, so I have to prioritize. At the moment now all the hype is around Lorwyn Eclipse, so.
Well, there's lots of sets in 2026, so I probably won't have time to catch up until like 2027.
Yeah.
Unless there's more sets.
So that's my sort of thoughts looking back on the year. The year overall, I just think it's shocking that this year we've had literally one good set, and I still have not felt for a second that there's been any down period in terms of like where I want to spend money, because I've always had projects like decks going where this deck still is not done. I'm still not happy with this. Like my Wildseer deck is still at a point where it still needs a bit more love. It still needs more tweaking. I now have this Jeskai precon, and the precon is a point where, because this is the thing. If you are the type of person that you play Magic a normal amount, which who might say what normal amount is, but I would say like once a week, right? I know there are people that play like every day, and if that's you, great, you're not going to have this problem. But if you generally, I think for me, if you play once a week, you're already quite blessed with free time if you can play once a week. And if you're playing once a week, then you're already you're quite limited in terms of, if you have a certain amount of decks, you're only playing that deck maybe once, right? Even if you manage to play that deck every week, you're probably going to play it once on the Commander night. You're probably generally not going to play it multiple times. So the amount of reps that you have to get in to start learning what you want to do with the deck, especially if you're newer, takes a lot more time. So it's always that project is going to go on for a long while. It's not like you're going to buy a deck and then suddenly you're like, boom, right, I'm going to buy these cards, now it's done. It's an ongoing project. So even just having one deck that you're working on can take time, and it almost like it can keep you busy. And obviously, the more decks you have, the more true that is. So, and that's what I found this year has been for me, like a lot of just like twiddling and tweaking.
Yeah,
the stuff that I have got.
Like edited the stuff that you got this year.
Yeah. And it has, and it's not just about Tarkir Dragonstorm. Like I've brought literally edits for all of my decks. I've shown love to my pirates, Igra. Igra was a point where Igra was a mess, and this year I was able to get it to a point where I'm so happy with the deck, and I generally love playing with it. And my pirates could not possibly give me more joy. Now it's really getting to that point where I actually struggle. I want to continue to make it better and more fun, but it's generally hard to make it edits because I don't want to take anything out. So yeah, that would be my outlook on this. Is an optimistic one, right? Because it generally doesn't matter if the sets that are coming out that year are not all bangers. Don't get caught up in the negativity that you see online, where people love to just like Magic is a mess, blah 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 blah. Universe Beyond is taken over, because the reality is
you can always go back and
you are in so much control over your own enjoyment, and we are generally so spoiled with so many fun things. Like if you are new to Magic, you could literally ignore any new thing that comes out and just look at all of the shit that you've missed.
There's still things that I want to do with Bloomberg, and it was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then Tarkir Dragonstorm, other than the precons, I haven't built or really done edits with Tarkir. So there's still even Tarkir, that was another set that I loved, and there's still things that I could do with it. And then on top of that, I have all these sets, because 2026 is more like the sets that I'm going to be most interested in. I'm interested in quite a lot of them. Yeah. So yeah, there's always plenty of stuff to do. Yeah. And reasons to go back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's my overall. Went probably far too long into that topic than I originally wanted, but yeah. So that was that anyway. That was my sort of outlook on 2025. A positive one. That even if we have just one set, then I know we've glossed over as well. We haven't talked about stuff like Final Fantasy. I feel like we should probably speak very briefly about it. It's not a set that we indulged in, but we are very aware of the impact it's had on the game. Final Fantasy and Avatar has brought so many new players to the game. This year, I would say one big thing that we've done is probably the biggest thing I would say actually over Tarkid Dragonstorm almost is actually starting to play in like our local LGSs, like finding LGS somewhere that we like to play and playing outside of our play group. That I think has been the biggest shift this year in terms of our experience with the game and has changed so much for a massive positive. Like for me, I've made so many new friends and
same.
it's amazing. And I think once you take that initial leap, because it's always really nerve wracking to go into a place where you don't know anyone and you have to make friends and play with people. But genuinely, if you can do it and you can find a place that you like playing, shop around. If you're fortunate enough that you have more than one LGS, go to a few, because I guarantee you there'll be ones that you prefer over others. The people that play there you'll prefer, and you just find your little place that you really like. Just the most beautiful thing about this game is it sounds cliche, but it's what the people that I've met. Like the fact that this game is like a medium to meet people and socialize with people. It's been amazing, you know. And as nice as it is to be comfortable playing in your little play group, even if I could go back, right? I won't. Like, even if I could go back to just playing in our little play group that we had, I wouldn't trade that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
for now.
That's the difference. A big difference with us is that obviously 2 years ago we was very set, just like playing at mine. With like we had this set play group.
Yeah.
And then this year that's just gone. That's when we started doing like LGSs and playing with different people and so I think that's been like a positive change. It's still nice to every now and then come here and play Magic.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. I think it's Magic's at its best when you're playing.
It's best having both, and like
in a comfortable like someone's house and stuff. But
it's good to have both if you can.
Both, 100%, 100%. But yeah, so Final Fantasy and Avatar has brought so many people. It's made it so much easier to find games as well. Generally, like I was generally shocked. Like I was playing at a pod the other day and speaking to everyone about how long they'd been playing, and everyone there had only been playing for a few months. And when I asked like what brought you to the game, all of them was Universes Beyond.
Yeah. So that's like a positive thing. It brings people in, and even with Final Fantasy and Avatar, like when I didn't delve into it, I wasn't thinking, oh, it's just shit. Why have they brought this out? It's more like, oh, I'm happy for the people that would enjoy this. Yeah, it's like it's not for me because unfortunately I haven't played these games and stuff, but I'm happy for the people that do know what it is and are buying the cards and enjoying it.
Yeah, the growth of the game.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. So, and Magic getting bigger can only really be a positive thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool. Right. What are we talking about next?
Did you want to do favourite cards?
Favourite cards? Yeah, we can go over that briefly. We don't have to go too far into it. What was your favourite cards?
So obviously one of them, I know I've already been mentioning this in this video, but Draco Genesis.
Yeah.
Is
Free Dragons. Yeah. Why? Why is that your favourite card this year, Shan?
It's free dragons. Who doesn't love free dragons?
Because it wins me games.
It wins me games. I just like a bunch of big dragons.
Yeah.
Just burn them all.
I'll put the card here.
You know, Targaryen style.
Yeah, it's pretty bananas. I remember when that card was teased. Everyone was like losing their minds.
And also, it's just that whole thing of like, I pulled this.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go out and just like buy it on Card Market for a ridiculous price. Like, it's just literally, I pulled it.
It chose you, the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It knew my path.
Nice.
And then, you ready?
And you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So original.
Why are you ready? Why are you ready?
Because it's my Dragon Commander. I like the whole aspect of like just getting like another dragon each time I attack.
Yeah.
It's like very cool. It's just like such a fun commander.
Mm-hmm.
And the deck overall, but obviously those are two cards that just like stand out. But
yeah. Nice.
Just that whole deck has been like amazing.
Yeah. That's fun.
Like,
my favorite card this year was probably Herd Heirloom. When it was teased in Target Dragonstorm, I just saw this. I was like, this is instantly a green staple. This is going to go in so many good decks. And well, for me, I just knew it was going to Nigra straight away because it gives trample and it draws me cards and it's a mana rock for 2 mana. It was just chef's kiss. But obviously, it's not just good in Nigra; it's good in so many decks. So that was cool to see. And then New Way Forward is another card that generally brings me so much joy. I've killed you with it. It was hilarious. It just reminds me of Magic Cylinder from Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys know that card, if you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. But essentially, it's like Magic Cylinder, but even better because you then draw the amount of cards based on the damage you do. So it's just so fun when someone tries to kill you and you're like, no, all that damage is going back to your face, and I get loads of cards. Cheers! It just generally brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
And I just love cards like that. Like haha. I love cards like that.
I'm pretty sure you used to play Magic Cylinder back in the day as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then honourable mention to Clarion Conqueror, just because I think that I love cards. It's a stacked card, but it's not a stacked card that I would say you have to be like, oh, guys, just so you know, I'm playing Clarion Conqueror. It's not to that extreme, but it's enough where it's like, it just fucks green players. And I love any card that does that.
And I'm a green player, that's why he likes it.
I love it. I love just mana dorks. No, not anymore. Yeah, and it's just so nice. It's very cool. And the art is stunning for it as well. So, yeah, those would be my picks for this year. Our highlights of this year.
The next one is highlights of this year.
Okay. What was your highlight of this year?
Let's see. Obviously, Taka Dragonstorm coming out. That was like a big highlight. I just remember like the hype.
Taka Dragonstorm release day.
Yeah. That was very cool. And then building my very first commander deck.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. That was really fun.
Talk us through the journey of building your first deck. When did it first come about? When did you decide?
I'm more of like the precon buyer, and then you're like the deck builder. And for ages, you just kept on saying to me, just try it. And I was like, I have no faith in myself. It's going to be shit.
Yeah.
And then when obviously I've been doing some sealeds and they didn't suck. And then like I said before, I was buying all these like precons with green in it and stuff. I just started to get more confidence of like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
And I got Lumra for Christmas.
At what point was there a point where the switch flicked? Was there a point where you were like, I think I can do this, I think I can build a new deck? Or was it like a feeling that you felt like you didn't necessarily feel ready to do it, but there was something that made you really want to do it?
So first of all, we have to go all the way back to...
We're going back.
In
time.
So obviously this was the year before that, where I remember it was Amsterdam Magicon.
Okay.
And I remember like we were just in the darkness, and I started brewing in my mind of like, Jack, I really want to build a Lumra deck. I want landfall and lots of big shit.
That's so funny.
And I just remember just like sitting there, just going through my brain, and didn't really get much sleep.
That,
didn't get much sleep.
Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were in the darkness, you could just like hear me going, I've been thinking.
So what made you what?
I have no idea. I think that just happened.
So you'd already seen Lumra.
It's a Magic Con, and then you tend to get thoughts right before you go to bed. Like
yeah. Was it like the vibe of Magic Con made you want to like delve deeper into the game?
And then obviously Lumra came out with Blimbra. I loved that art. Actually, you can get my Lumra.
Where is it?
The Lumra deck
box.
Oh yeah. This art in particular, I just like had to have it. Can you see that?
Probably not. I mean, I'll put it up. I think it's too dark.
It's probably too dark. You can do it up.
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, just make sure it's that art.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew I really loved that.
Yeah, because Blimbra hadn't been released when we were at MagicCon.
No, it was after.
Yeah, but Lumra was
the
first card.
Yeah, so MagicCon, no, it was like a green Hydra thing, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't Lumra, no, it was like...
Oh, okay.
I remember it was like, Jack, I want to build like... I remember it was like a green Hydra landfall thing. Like, I remember...
What made it landfall, though? What
I
made
can't
you inspired to
remember.
build landfall?
I think there must have been like some green cards I was looking at that were landfall. Like I think I
Okay.
was just looking at some like I have no idea.
Right.
It
Okay.
was a long time ago, but I just remember being in the darkness talking about this green deck. Just remember that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then then you just reminded me, so then Bloomberg came out and then I saw Lumra, so I got a bit of the order mixed up.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
Lumra was like the first card I think that got revealed for Blimbro.
it was one of the very early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they showed the 3 different treatments for it.
And then that one, I just was really intrigued by it. Got it for Christmas that year, along with the matching mat. And I knew that I was going to build it at some point. And then, and then going forward to what I was saying. So when I started to get that confidence and that more experience and stuff, I was like, it's time. And I just knew I was like, I'm going to build Lumra. And I like the idea of doing, and it is advice that I would give if you are interested in a commander that is a monocolor. I know it's kind of hard to find, but I think monocolor is just a really good way to start if you can.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like that daunting feeling of building your first deck, because I just liked that I didn't have to focus on, color correcting and going on 2 different pages of different colors. Like I just liked that. I was like sticking to one color.
Yeah.
And it was just so much easier to build.
Yeah. It's pretty streamlined.
Yeah, I just think, and also green itself, because you're just kind of doing like big stompy creatures and doing lots of land. I just think it was just very, very simple. Like it was a very good first deck to build, in my opinion.
Okay. And after building the deck and playing with it for a few games, what would you say, have you learned anything after gaining that experience?
Yeah, I would say one of the things that I learned is just like that I don't suck at deck building. I don't suck. I was like, I can do this. So I'm now like, I want to build all these other decks, because I always came up with ideas of like, I would love to do this in theory, but what's the chances of me actually going to do it? Whereas now, it's
interested.
reality.
What made you think that you suck at deck building?
I don't know. I just have no faith. Just had no faith. And also, I think at that point, I was making really crap sealed decks when we started.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And then, I just think, I learned, like, just if it's something you want to do, just take that leap and give it a go. And then I would say also I learned about proxies, I would say. So with Lumra, I managed to get most of it, and then there was just some that I could not get, but I wanted to start playing with it. So I think it was about like maybe 20 odd proxies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 20 odd proxies.
15. I bought you 15. I finished it with 15 cards on Christmas.
Yeah.
So if there was.
So at the beginning, it might
15.
have been like, yeah. And then I learned, obviously, I didn't do it, but after I kind of done like the crap versions of proxy in a deck, we started seeing that there are people that like do the proper printing.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite a cool idea that I'm going to keep in my brain of like, if there's a deck you really want to try out, but you just have no idea how it's going to go, and you don't want to spend like £100 on a deck that you might not even enjoy, I think going down a proxy route is like a good option.
Yeah.
To just figure out if you like it. And then if you do, then you could buy the real cards and you can spend the money on it.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I think, proxying is something that I was like, oh, no, I'd never proxy
Same.
before. And now I've definitely changed my mind on that. 100%.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, highlight of the year was Tarkir Dragonstorm release day and building your own deck for the first time.
Yeah.
Nice. So for me, the highlight of this year was, I've already mentioned it, but 100% the biggest thing was finding an LGS that I enjoy playing at, and generally now having played with so many different people, making so many new friends. That has easily been the biggest thing for me, just because it's brought me so much joy. Like before, when you're relying on a play group, you're so dependent on those people being able to play on that person's schedule. And if like just one of those people drop out, then it ruins everything. Whereas if you are playing at a say for example like an LGS where there's like a group of people, then it's easy because there's always people looking for games. So as long as you can play with games with people that you enjoy playing with, I think that's like super important, as Commander is a social game, and the more you play with different people, the more you learn how important that is as well, because there's been many times where I've played with people and gone, no, I'm not playing with you ever again. So yeah, I'm just so happy that I've found somewhere that I really like playing, and I've met loads of people that I like playing with, and now we all have a big WhatsApp group, and yeah, that's definitely been the highlight for me. Secondary has been building my second deck this year, the Vren Relentless the deck. Amazing. Generally, what I took lessons from I learned from my first deck and applied it to my second deck. And the biggest thing I would say is having, instead of just looking at the commander, looking at the text box and just saying, oh, I want to build a deck that like triggers this text box as much as possible. I think that's a really boring way to build. And I think instead you should be looking at commander cards and going, what does this commander allow me to do? And also, what is the flavor? Like, why does the card do this? And how can I build a deck so that every piece of this deck feels makes a deck that plays the way that the commander of this deck should feel, if that makes sense, instead of just building a deck that just provokes whatever it does in a text box. So mechanics doesn't have to be first. Like flavor first, I think is what I'm trying to say. Not in like a bracket one way in terms of like, oh, just put loads of things with this picture on it, but just more generally like going for deck feel instead of deck optimization, I think is what I'm kind of getting at. And since taking that approach to deck building, I built a deck that generally straight away felt the way I wanted it to feel when I was playing.
More probably unique as well.
What's that, sorry?
Probably makes it more unique.
Yeah,
as well,
100%.
Doing that 100%. Way.
100%.
Because if you just kind of go through the text box and everyone's kind of deck, every person that builds that deck, it might feel the same.
Yeah, because that's just their initial
their
thought. They don't really think too much deeper into it. So, yeah. And now it's made me so excited for the future, and made me really, really excited to just continue to build new and fun, exciting decks and see what I can come up with. And yeah. So that would be my 2 highlights of the year.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then next one is our thoughts on the 2026 lineup.
Okay. So, do you want to remind us what the 2026 lineup is?
So first it kicks off with Lorwyn.
Lorwyn Eclipse.
And then Strixhaven.
Yep. 2 in-universe sets back to back. I just realised that. That's crazy.
That's really positive. And then
that's going to be crazy.
I just want to check the order after that. TMNT before Strixhaven.
Yeah, I
or
think
is that
it
just how
is.
you writ it?
No, I think it is.
Oh,
I think it is.
I thought it was Strixhaven straight after.
No,
okay.
No.
TMNT is between those two.
Yep.
My
Ninja
bad.
Turtles, cool. Then Strixhaven.
Yep. And then Marvel Superheroes.
Yep.
And then The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reality Fracture.
Yep.
And lastly, Star Trek.
Okay. So, there's been loads of drama around 2026 lineup. I understand it. 4 Universes Beyond sets, 3 in-universes sets is criminal. I hate that. I really, really do. I always say this. I'm not a Universes Beyond hater. However, I do hate how Universes Beyond is in this current state of the game. If it was up to me, we would have 1 Universes Beyond set a year. Just like a little splash. That is it. But that's definitely not the case. My thoughts on this year, though, however, is overwhelmingly positive, which, is probably a very different outlook on most people's that I've seen outlook. People love to just jump on the whole doom and gloom bandwagon. But going from this year, having 1 proper Magic set to what is looking like it's going to be 3 proper Magic sets, 0 hat sets to speak of. So 3 in-universe sets and even a in-universe set that I am interested in, or I love The Hobbit. I'm skeptical about how The Hobbit set is going to be.
Do it.
So I have got my guard up a little bit, but I'm hoping they do it well. And if so, 4 sets to be excited about this year is I mean, I don't need more than I generally wouldn't even want more than that because it would generally be too much for me to keep up with financially.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that it's 4. Yeah, and yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, for me it's Lorwyn and then Strixhaven. I'm very, very excited for Strixhaven.
Yeah.
And then TMNT, I wouldn't mind doing like a cheeky little Winston draft.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything beyond that, but I just think it would be like a funny little seal deck to make.
We'll see about that.
I'm going to make him do that. And then The Hobbit, yeah, obviously I'm very excited. I'm a big Hobbit fan. I'm just, yeah, I wonder how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's it for me, I think, for
Yeah.
what I'm excited about.
So overall, very positive.
Yeah. And then, well, recently we did see the news of the Ultimate Guard Hobbit deck boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for them.
Accessories.
Yeah.
What? You want to be on the podcast?
She's kind of
anything to say?
taken over.
No? Down. Yeah, so overall, very, very excited. I do think it's a bit sucky that the best set, in my opinion, of the year, I know that's ridiculous to say because we haven't seen anything else for any other sets, but I generally do believe Law and Eclipse is going to be the set of the year and is at the start. In January. But in a way, that is a blessing because it means if Law and Eclipse is such a banger, then in theory, you could just ignore everything else and then have a whole year to spend indulging in that set and building commander decks around the cool stuff that we get.
Yeah.
So looking back at that, yeah, I think my year is going to be very much a Law and Eclipse year. Yeah, I think is
Law and
going to be
Eclipse
very
and
cool.
Strixhaven for me, I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not just as excited. I'm a little bit more excited for Lorwyn, but yeah, my excitement for Strixhaven is definitely up there for me.
Yeah. Why is that? Why is that?
No, I just like the whole spell, like, school thing, like this mage school.
Yeah.
Just sounds really cool. And then obviously, Lorwyn and Strixhaven, I wasn't playing when that first came about.
Yeah.
So just having the opportunity to play that again.
And we should talk about the book. We're actually getting
And
a
the
book,
book,
which we've
yeah.
been both saying we
Some-
really would like to see.
Yeah, I'm a big reader, so I'm excited
Yeah.
to actually, because I've been saying to you for a while, she's like, oh, it'd be really cool if I can like actually read magic stories.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like doing the whole online thing.
Yeah.
You just read it online. I don't do that. Even though I love reading and I want magic stories, to me, that just doesn't appeal to me.
I want to pick your brain about that because that generally does interest me.
Yeah.
Because in my brain, there isn't that much difference between like reading. Obviously, I know there is a difference between reading a book and like just reading online or on your phone. But obviously, there is a big enough difference for you that you will indulge in the book and you won't indulge in that. So, and maybe there's other people that share that opinion. So, what I want to know is why is that?
There's a few things. Well, one of them, I'll say with this one that I'm about to say, I could be wrong. So, correct me. But I'm guessing the person that does all these stories, like, are they like an actual like author?
The person that done the Law and Eclipsed story is the same person that is the author of the Strixhaven book.
Yeah, that one. But I mean the others.
What others?
Like the other stories that they have.
Yeah, I
like,
think
you know, when
they're
they've
all.
done-
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because I just wasn't sure whether it's just a case of like,
I
oh,
think
it's just
so.
someone, like a team at Wizards just kind of like wrote like a little kind of budget story online.
No, I generally think they are. All,
Whereas
I don't
obviously
know
a
for
book,
certain.
it's more fleshed out. Plus, I'm guessing online, like, I don't know. Obviously, because with like a book, you
And
can get
definitely
like
the
a
Planeswalkers
400-page
guides.
book, whereas I'm guessing online, that's not like 400 pages worth of
that
scrolling
again,
through.
sorry?
Like with a book, you'll get like, let's say, like a 400-page book.
Yeah.
For example, I'm guessing it's not that length. Like I'm guessing online,
What do you mean?
like it's probably not like 400 pages worth of
As in the length of the story?
tale. Yeah,
So,
I'm
so are
guessing
you
they
saying
make
if
it
the
shorter?
stories? So it's not about them not being in a physical book form. It's the length of the story.
That's one of the things. Yeah,
So if they brought out a
But obviously you wouldn't want to
400
sit
page
there.
like novel book, but it was
But you want to
online.
be sitting there online scrolling through that. So I just think it's better just to print it
Yeah, but why not?
in a book.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
what's the difference between, like you reading a
Plus, with
physical
me,
book?
a book, I can go out and buy it, and then I can read that. And then with me personally, I like to obviously also do the audio book.
But they have audiobook versions of that as well.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, when I went to the audiobook, I don't know, it's just the voice of the audio. I just wasn't a fan.
No, I'm not. I agree with
Yeah.
that. I agree with that. That's why I don't listen to it.
I wasn't really a
I will just
fan.
read. I will just read it.
Yeah, and that's free, isn't it? I think that was free.
It's all
Whereas
free,
with
yeah.
this book, I'm guessing it's going to be like my other audio books where it does cost a credit or money if you do it that way.
Yeah.
Which means that's probably where you get the proper narration and stuff because it's not just like some freebie.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
And what about like Planeswalkers guides and stuff like that, which is more about world building and stuff like that? What are your thoughts on those
I've never delved into them.
and why?
I don't know. I'm just, yeah. I think for me, if it's not in a book, I'm just not interested because I'm just not the type to, well, I don't have like a big computer, and I'm not gonna think over the books that I already have because that's another thing. Obviously, I'm reading all these other stories. I have other hobbies, so I'm not gonna sit there and think, oh, I'm gonna go out, get my laptop up, or sit on this tiny phone screen and sit there reading a magic story and probably like fucking up my eyes when I can literally just pick up one of my physical books that I already have
Yeah.
or listen to an audiobook whilst I do some housework. Just when there's like different options.
So
That's the option
if
I'm
they
gonna
created,
pick. I'm not
because
gonna
I'm pretty
sit
sure they
there
used to
online.
create physical copies of Planeswalkers Guide and put them in like bundles and stuff. If they created something like that, do you think you would read it?
In the bundle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in
like what,
bundles
like a
they used to make physical copies of Planeswalkers Guides.
Yeah, I think I'll read that.
You'd read it.
Anything, yeah, if
Interesting.
any books that Magic brings, I would read them, give them a go.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, as long as they obviously put the effort into the story and it's like a physical thing I can like buy.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I like the idea of like supporting that. You're obviously supporting all of this a lot more by going out and spending your money on a book. Whereas if you're just reading a free thing online, what's that really doing?
I think you're by doing that you are showing appreciation for the amount of work that gets put into a set, because I generally believe that so much work gets put into a set that it goes unnoticed. Like when they build a set, they can't just pull things out of their ass. They generally have to start with a concept and then they have to build an entire world around that, and that's where all the card designs come from. It's not just let's slap an elf on a card. Like there's generally so much reasoning and thought that goes behind card design, world building, that goes unappreciated because it's just like, what does this card do?
Which is why it's a shame that like you can't delve into those things and actually read like a physical book of it.
But you can delve deep into those things.
Yeah, online.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's just I'm not. Me personally, I'm not gonna choose to go online to read the story when I can read one of my physical books.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Cool. Interesting. So
yeah, when Strixhaven comes out with this book, I'm gonna be.
It's
reading
cool. Yeah, and hopefully, if it sells well, then they will continue to do it, and then we may see people give a fuck about Magic Story a little bit more, which I think would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I think that the amount of work that goes into these sets should be appreciated more, and I think it's a shame that it isn't. From my experience, anyway. So, yeah. Cool. Anything else before we wrap up the podcast today?
Goals of 2026.
Goals of 2026. So, I would say a goal for me for this year would be, well, one, just to continue to build new decks. I know it seems a bit of a boring one, but just to improve, well, not just that, but generally to improve deck building, not just from a mechanical standpoint, but my definition of improving my deck building is is to get better at building decks that make me happy and produce as much dopamine in my brain as possible. For a specific goal, I genuinely want to make more bracket-free decks because I hate going to an LGS and everyone is looking for bracket-free games, and I have to play with a like high bracket 2, or technically bracket 3, and then feel like I'm maybe a little bit like I'm not at the weight of the table, which is annoying. But but also that does not mean I'm now just going to start buying loads of game changers and put them in my decks, because I refuse to do that. But I want to make bracket free deck power levels without having to put stupid game changers in,
Yeah,
unless
make it fun.
they generally are going to make the deck more fun.
Yeah.
Then I'm happy to do that. But yeah, those are some goals at the top of my head. What are you?
Well, again with the bracket 3 thing, I in particular need this because I live over an hour away from my LGS.
Yeah.
And like transport ending early and stuff like that, my services isn't great. So I feel the need to have quick games.
Yeah.
And the Teamer deck is the closest thing I have to bracket 3, but it isn't one officially.
Yeah.
So I want to do the tweaks that I need to do to make that bracket 3. And then I would like to make Lumra bracket 3.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can at least have those 2 bracket 3 options,
yeah,
then I'm happy. If I make more, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need some bracket 3 options.
Nice.
So I just got a load of bracket 2s.
Nice. Any goals that outside of deck building and anything like that?
Outside of deck building? Well, I guess like doing more Winston drafts of older sets.
Yeah.
Like diving into the older stuff like Kamigawa.
Yeah.
Maybe some like Eldraine.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Delve back into some older sets and stuff. Like maybe if there's budget there. I mean, Winston Draft is not that demanding on a budget anyway, so
No, it's like
we could definitely do
£15,
that
yeah.
around the time that bloody stupid Marvel and God knows what else, fucking Star Trek and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
When
not
that's out, we
interested in
can
that,
be Winston
yeah.
Draft in Eldraine and
Yeah, exactly.
having our like pretending like, oh, it's the release of Eldraine, and like have our own little thing
Yeah.
going on. That could be really fun. Actually.
That'd be fun.
So that'd be
And then-
nice.
Lastly is our thoughts on the direction of Magic and things we would like to see.
Oh, that's a deep one. The direction of Magic and what we want to see. Okay. Here's my thoughts on the direction of Magic. In fact, no. Do you want to start with this one?
Huh?
Do you want to start with this one?
Because I've got like for the thoughts I would like to see more.
Okay.
The direction of Magic, as you know, I'm just that type of person where I'm just like positive about everything. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just happy for along for the ride. Like,
Yeah, that's a valid opinion.
don't-
You don't have to have a negative opinion for this question.
I like obviously because you were talking to me all about all these deep dive conversations that are being had about universes beyond and stuff, and I'm just such like a way of thinking of just like if it makes people happy.
Yeah.
So
Does it make you happy?
yeah, I would say so.
So would
Like
you say
I love in universes, and I do see the points of view and stuff. But for me, it's just like if there's a universes beyond deck that I'm interested in, I'm building it.
Yeah. Okay. So generally a positive outlook on the direction of Magic at the moment.
Yeah,
And where it's going and
Yeah.
where the future holds.
yeah, exactly. And then obviously when the wizards are talking about the romanticy things of that in the future, I'm intrigued of what that means.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna go.
Okay.
Pretty positive.
Okay. And what about what you want to see?
And then things I would like to see is I would say I just want to see what cool secret layers they make. Because 2 years ago I got really excited about the Marvel secret layer. I'm not interested in the Marvel set, but I like the secret layer. That was good. And I thought there was going to do another thing like that, and then it wasn't. And then yeah, this year gone, I didn't get any.
Any what, sorry?
I didn't get any secret layers.
No, you didn't, did you?
Yeah, I was tempted by the Furby one, but still, it's not like I'm a Furby fan. It was just like, this is cute.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if there's some stuff that I'm a fan of that are secret layers.
Yeah.
Like, I think I mentioned before, I know Fourth Wing is coming to Magic somehow.
It's coming.
I don't know if it's a secret layer. I don't know if it's a set. I know it's got to be coming because, yeah, they made that Hasbro family game.
Yeah.
So that tells me, okay, you got the license.
Yeah. I could see it 100% being a secret layer.
Yeah.
Set,
And it's from
I
Fantasy.
would be very surprised, but I could definitely see them doing a secret layer,
Yeah.
Fourth Wing secret layer.
I'd be very happy about that.
100%.
So for me, I'm just hoping that there's like a secret layer I'm a fan of.
Hmm.
Because that whole vibe, like even though that queuing was stressful, it was a good little vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when it came to the door, just like, because do you know what I love that's happened to me quite a lot is I have a Black Panther deck with like a Blueborough Rabbit army. And I just love that when I get it out, it's so unique. No one else has it.
Yeah.
And there's been people that like come over to the table and like go, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Makes
they'll
you feel
reprint it in
special.
the Marvel set, and then everything will be ruined.
Don't say that.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Secret layers are a funny one, aren't they? They're a
Yeah.
funny one. They can be so good and so bad.
Yeah, exactly. There's some of them that is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like the Furby one. I'm aware it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that's funny. But I didn't buy it because, yeah, it was just a case of it's not like I'm a Furby fan. And it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what secret layers they bring in.
Yeah. And is that specifically Universes Beyond secret layers or in universes stuff as well?
Yeah, like if they make some cool in-universes, I'm, yeah, then obviously I'll be intrigued. But more Universes Beyond.
I'm sure we'll
I
get a
think
cool Law and
Universes
Eclipse
Beyond,
secret layer.
I think it's not me saying I don't want Universes Beyond sets, but I think like Universes Beyond, it is more interesting seeing it as a secret layer compared to a set.
Yeah.
Because like these few cards,
Agreed.
and it's just like, oh, this is funny, and like I'm gonna queue up.
That
for
is
it
all
'cause I'm a
Universes
fan.
Beyond should be.
Yeah,
Secret layers.
I think if I was to choose what I prefer Universes Beyond to be, secret layers.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
me.
make them a weird special thing. And that's
Yeah, like with the Walking Dead cards and all that sort of thing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, something special.
Cool. So I don't want to get too deep into this because I feel this is a whole podcast episode in itself.
Yeah.
So I'll just try and give a brief answer. My outlook on the direction of Magic, I would say I am definitely in the camp of I am not happy with the direction of Magic in terms of I'm not happy that we are seeing 4 Universes Beyond sets this year. I understand that they've said that that's an anomaly, but I feel like it's kind of not. In a way, it's almost they're testing the limits of how far they can push Universes Beyond, and to a point where people lose interest. And I think we've seen the result of that this year with the absolute bomb of Spider-Man. I mean, we didn't even talk about that, but the absolute crash of Spider-Man and just it's shown that you can't just slap Universes Beyond the set and it's going to sell well. Doesn't matter how big the IP is because Spider-Man is one of the biggest IPs and it is done terribly. So
yeah, because I was obviously, when I first heard it was happening, I was thinking, oh, if they make a really cool Venom commander, I'll build a Venom deck. And then it went from that to just doing nothing with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love to see, like, next year gets rolled out and we see 3 Universes Beyond sets and all of them are sets that generally fit really well into Magic. But I don't see that happening. I think we're going to keep seeing Marvel sets because they're just going to milk that dry. I think they've got a contract where they're probably going to make, like, bloody 5 bloody sets. So, yeah, generally, I don't like the direction of Magic in terms of if we're talking strictly Universes Beyond. Other than that, though, direction of obviously moving more and more towards, you know, Commander and stuff like that. I'm primarily a Commander player. I love the new card designs. Generally, really optimistic about that. They're bringing out lots of exciting stuff. So, generally, I would say I am happy, and I also actually have quite a lot of trust. I'm not this doom and gloom person where I understand that when we see something go wrong, for them when they make an adjustment, it takes a good few years for us to see that. And I think 100% they are not stupid. They have seen where things have gone wrong. They've seen the stuff like hat sets completely bomb. They've seen bad Universes Beyond sets bomb. And I really want to believe that they are learning and that we're going to see positive impact of those lessons in the future. Do I think that we're going to see less Universes Beyond? I don't. Not if they continue to sell better than Universes, then we are just going to keep seeing it, and potentially we could see it even take over Magic, which is a really sad thing. But yeah, overall, I would say I'm optimistic for the future, but I also don't really like the direction it's going in. So I don't know if that's a bit of a contradictory answer, but that's generally how I feel. But yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. This has definitely been our longest one we've done so far. But there's a lot to talk about. I've thoroughly enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah.
And we'll try and get another one out soon because it's been too long since we've done one of these.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, yeah. Guys, let us know your thoughts on 2025 in the comments below. What decks are you building? Don't forget, if you're in the market for some new sleeves, go to the link below and type in code Jack to get yourself 5% off some nice Dragon Shield sleeves. Treat yourself for the next decks that you are building for next year. Yes, good shuffle feel indeed. Shannon, any closing words before we finish up today?
All good.
All good. No, there never will be closing words, but I will ask anyway. Until next time.
Oh my goodness.